Hi, okay, so my name is Hakim and I'm the founder of A for Oral, which is one of Singapore's, if not Singapore's only PSLE oral specialty training program. So that was a mouthful, but essentially what I do is I teach students how to excel in the PSLE oral as well as the O-levels oral. On top of that, I also coach public speaking and I also teach students how to handle interviews like the DSA interview. But today, what I really want to talk about is Jason's 1Pitch. So a couple of people have actually asked me like because it was surprising to them that I signed up for it. But to be frank, I'm also quite surprised I signed up for it because it was honestly by chance that I discovered Jason. So something that to me is or one main reason why I decided to sign up is honestly because he frankly knows what he's talking about and he is very passionate about what he talks about. And to me, in my field and in my field and the kind of people that I work with, it is very important when someone is actually passionate about it. So to be an expert at something is one thing, but to be passionate about it, to really want to help and to really have all the knowledge in all the various fields. So what he does is he uses 1Pitch and then he inserts that knowledge into the various fields of people that he has worked with. So things like educators, people doing insurance, sales in general, real estate, and so on and so forth. And he is very passionate about seeing how his formula can actually fit into that industry. So I'll be frank, I was quite doubtful about it because education, generally when I go to events or when I go to main training seminars or things like that, I don't see a lot of educators. What I see a lot of would be people doing sales. So frankly, in my head, I'm always wondering, can this really fit? Can this really fit what I teach, or can this really fit my business and how I actually teach it? And surprisingly, it can. So Jason has worked with other people in the past in the education field and honestly has multiplied their results by quite a lot, and I was very impressed by the results itself. So that was one of the limitations or one of the myths that I had about training systems or perhaps programs, because I usually don't see how they can fit for education, and I'm quite skeptical about it. Something that I'm very impressed by with Jason, honestly, other than his passion, right, is how prompt he is. It's insane because honestly, with 20 years in the field, I would honestly be a bit haolian about how good I am, right? And I would think, oh, people, they don't deserve my time. I reply on my own time and everything. But I have texted Jason at all manners of, in all types of hours, honestly. So I've texted him at 6 in the morning. I've texted him at 2 a.m. At night, and he is somehow always there replying. I don't know when he sleeps. I'm curious, but what's impressive is he'll always have a reply for me, and he's always and this is a loss on this is on my part, but sometimes I don't do the things that he set out, the tasks that he set out for me, right? He's the one making sure that I do them. He'll actually chase me, he'll actually kick my ass about it, and that is something I appreciate, especially since I'm the one running my entire business from back end to front end. I can be quite busy. So what surprised me is how he made my mindset shift, honestly. I usually see myself, and this is a thing with educators, right? We see ourselves as, oh, tuition teacher. And that's how the public perceives us in general. So what he told me is, no, you have to price yourself and you have to change your service such that people do not see you that way anymore. Because at the end of the day, if we keep pricing ourselves like educators or like tuition teachers, then people will treat us as such, and people will pay for our service like as such and not respect our time. For example, just skip classes whenever. But Jason actually forced me to include certain clauses or certain rules so that even though it might be a bit upsetting for certain people or certain clients at first, they will ultimately have larger respect for you. Or if that's not the case, then I will eventually gravitate towards people who have respect for my service. So this was actually true because there was one case study where I honestly used to give free trial classes, like free first time trial class. So I just offered this mom Oh yeah, actually she was asking for a one-to-one class, and I said, oh yeah, the first class is free because I just want to see if we can work together. And it's not even something I enforce. It's I feel like it's something that I had within myself, but based on Jason's system, right? He said don't give free, but I already told her that it's free, and I am starting to attract people who actually value me for my time. So she said, no, you should actually get paid for your time. And she didn't just offer to pay me, she just paid me instantly. And other than that, there were closings that were honestly surprising, like waking up to close to $1,000 transfers, which have never happened before. And parents who have such large trust in essentially what I do. So this is and because of the system, I'm slowly starting to gravitate towards these kinds of clients instead of people who don't respect my time, people who skip classes, people who ask for refunds, and so on and so forth. So one thing that's quite different about him, I would say, is, like I said, his time and his effort towards things. So I've worked with a couple of other people doing marketing in the past, and of course there were successes, and I did meet certain breakthroughs with them. But one of the things that I was always a little bit disappointed by would be prompt replies, because with my business and considering the fact that I do everything in my business, sometimes I need solutions fast. And Jason is always someone who will reply really, really fast, and he can understand that I have an urgency. For example, my students, when it comes to the exams, they will ramp up their classes much faster, so I naturally have a lot more people to deal with in a very short period of time, like a very short burst of time. So Jason actually understands that, and he organizes impromptu meetups or fits to my scheduling, and he'll reply me on the spot. Whereas there are some people who, for example, I text them one thing, it can take them or their team like 1-2 days to reply, and by then certain opportunities would have been gone already. And to me, opportunities gone equals money gone. Like you're basically paying an opportunity cost when you don't sign a certain client closer to an exam. Because, for example, for educators, if you don't reply on time or you don't have the right reply, they will just look for someone else. All right, and of course, I'm working with Jason to position myself such that I'm the expert or I'm the thought leader in this area, in this very niche area. But we'll get there. So I'm actually quite excited to see him or to work with him in terms of what else he has to teach me. Yeah, frankly, I'm very surprised because I'm again in my field, I'm used to being the educator. I'm not used to being educated, or not used to learning new things, even though of course everyone should be learning things every single day. But he surprises me with how much he knows and how much he can tweak what he knows to actually fit different industries, and that's frankly quite impressive. All right, so thanks Jason, and honestly, 1Pitch, I'm excited to see where we take this.